Hey, welcome to your weekend preview from Washougal Pro Motocross and the Super Motocross World Championship, all brought to you by Monster Energy. Beautiful place to hold a race, and also a challenging one for the riders. And I think the challenge is that it's just different. The track doesn't offer, say, as much traction as the more sandy soil we have in some of the eastern races. But let's be honest, not every motocross track has sandy soil. It's good to see the all-arounder who could do it on any type of terrain. And we have a brewing battle because Chase Sexton has said that this track usually works very well for him. In fact, he feels that last year it kind of kicked off a run. Eli Tomac had won 8 straight motos in the series, battled Tomac hard in a very famous first moto where they fell together, and then Sexton was able to hold Tomac off, which very few people are able to do, and win the second moto here. So he's very good on this track. And of course, people are focusing on that because Jet Lawrence still has a perfect season going. So either way, someone breaks to perfection, that's great, that's exciting, or Jet continues to be perfect, that's great, that's exciting. So we're going to break it all down here. We'll talk to Chase Sexton. We'll also talk to Hunter Lawrence, who is back in the lead of the 250 class, and a lot of other interesting stories brewing here for Washougal. Austin Forkner returning from injury last week. We'll check in on him. Carson Brown, who's part of a brigade of two-stroke riders that will be racing in the 450 class on 252 strokes this weekend. And don't forget also Josh Hill and a couple other riders coming back to racing to score points, hoping to get into the SMX playoffs. So let's get into it.
Damon Bradshaw here at Washougal at the 50th anniversary reveal with the new bikes. Super cool. You know, I'm just was fortunate to be a part of that era and honored to still be a part of it now. And I mean, the bikes look killer. It brings back a lot of cool memories. And as I said earlier, to me, it's cooler now than it was when I was 16 years old and they said you're going to ride this pink and magenta bike, but we never would have thought this long later that it would come back and we'd have this going on. So I'm just happy to be a part of the Yamaha family.
What a season it has been this year. Some ups, some downs, good, bad, all in between. Kind of take us through, I guess, the roller coaster of emotions you felt through the season so far.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. I can't say it's been a roller coaster of emotions for me. It's been pretty good just from the start. Nothing's changed. You know, Red Bud was just an unfortunate kind of, hey, racing kind of crap happens. And then Southwick, you know, out of my control is what it is again. So nothing really changed with me mentally or anything like that. Just happy to get back at Spring Creek and back to how we were going.
Yeah, you were going really strong. There's probably never been any worry then in your mind as far as the championship's concerned, right? I feel like you're really confident in your skill and what you have going on. So I guess take us through how you stay mentally grounded when, you know, stuff like that happens out of your control.
It's simple. Either you win it or you don't. So it's, you know, I'm only in control of myself and just giving 100%. It's all I can do at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Tell us about some of the watch game you got going on here. What can we look forward to as far as the watch game's concerned?
Geez, this year, I don't know. It's been a bit of a slower year. Love Adam Apiguet, obviously Patek Philippe and stuff. They're pretty high up there. Richard Mille would be cool, but I don't know. I'm kind of like, I know I've switched the focus a little bit more into like cars and stuff. A little more focused on that. Well, not focus, but like just kind of more amused by that. I'm pretty happy with the watches so far, and if something comes available, something cool that catches my eye, then sure.
What we win the championship, right? Let's say hypothetically we win the championship. Are we maybe going to invest in another car?
Yeah, obviously my financial team will make sure we make the right decisions first and foremost before all the keyboard warriors jump on and tell me what I should do or what me and my brother should do. But yeah, that's first and foremost. But yeah, kind of too in love with the GT3 RSs. The Porsches are incredible. We just recently got, Jet and I recently just got matching cars that are pretty cool. We'll leave that a surprise. But we're both kind of in love with the RWB, the Rauwelt Begriff Porsches, the old school Porsches, and obviously Nakaya-san flies overhand, you know, puts the body kit on himself, and it's one man. So that's a really special thing as well. So maybe something like a 930, something like that, a 964, even a 993, something like that's cool. Just kind of, you know, keep your eyes on the market and kind of whatever presents itself at a good deal and stuff. At the end of the day, those investment cars, let's say, you got to still make a good decision on them, because you can get into them at the wrong time and still, lose your butt on them.
Let's kind of go back to racing a little bit. Here at Washougal, harder pack conditions coming into this weekend. How do you feel as far as bike setup and or track conditions? Is this something that maybe favors you more than some of the other stops on the circuit?
I don't know if I'd say favors me. I mean, we did good last year. We were really good, and I like it. It's cool. It's a pretty cool. The first year I come here, I hated it because of the vision and the shadows and stuff. But, last year was you get a little more accustomed to it, and this year it's like, no, it's a cool stop. It's a really cool stop on the tour, and it'll be good, man. Hopefully it's good to us again. Start's really, really important. It's super slippery. The shadows, obviously, are really throw a curveball. So it's good, man. We'll see how we manage it and just go have some fun for the last race of this little 4-round stint, because the season's almost over for the outdoors series.
Austin FORKNER here. Welcome back, man. You had a good weekend last weekend, top 10. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, I really had no expectations going into last weekend. I haven't raced. I mean, if you don't include the heat race at A1 this year, I haven't. Before that, it was first round Paula last year is the last time I've raced. So it's been over a year. It's been like a year and a month or 2 months or whatever since I've raced. So I really had no idea where I was going to fit in. So I just was like, hey, I just need to get out there and just see what I need to work on. I've also changed trainers. I've changed off the bike trainer, and then most recently I've changed on the bike trainer. So like my whole I haven't been out on the track since, and I've made a lot of change, or I've had a lot of time off being hurt, but then also made a lot of changes to my program on top of that. So I really had no idea what was going to happen when the gate dropped. I just wanted to get out there, see where we fit in, and then we'll know. Okay, so last weekend I figured out I was a little bit, just didn't have the pace at the beginning of the race. Okay, perfect. I need to be a little bit stronger. I need to be a little bit faster at the beginning of the race. We know, did I come in 100% being able to go out and win a race? No, I knew that wasn't going to be the case. Even if I did come in 100% healthy, which I'm still getting over my knee. It's good, but it's not, I mean, I don't even think I'm to the 6-month point yet. So that's technically when you're supposed to be released to even start riding. So it's not fully good, but good enough. And I just wanted to get in there, and also, I mean, there's the whole the Super Motocross races at the end of the year that I gotta kind of think about, and that's what I kind of was my that's kind of what I used to tell Mitch. I was like, hey, so those races, the new Super Motocross race at the end of the year, you probably gonna want me to try to do those, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, I mean, was the original plan, was to come back here, but I talked him into last weekend, so just better chance. I mean, more time on the track. Even if I don't get enough points to do those last few races, it is what it is. But I just need racing right now.
So let's dig a little bit more into switching to Rhino, and then now having a race under your belt. I guess, what did you either learn, or what did you notice, or what differences did you see in working from him that maybe were refreshing, or something that you're like, this really works for me?
Yeah, to be honest, I felt, like I said, not the fastest guy on the track, but just smooth and steady the whole race. No really big mistakes. And I feel like that can come a little bit from Rhino and his teaching technique-wise. That's kind of been what we've talked about since we started working together, was like, he's like, look, I know you're fast enough. I know you have the speed. I'm not really so much concerned about the speed, because you need to be there every race. That's been my Achilles heel, has been not being at the races, being hurt. So I felt like some of the things that we've been working on did come into play last weekend. And I feel like they might come into play even more on a track like this that's a little bit slicker. And where getting power to the ground, which is just some of the technique things we've been working on, transfer to that. So I feel like this track could bring it out maybe even a little bit more.
Awesome, man. We appreciate you. Here with Josh Hill, kind of a hometown race for you, coming out to see some outdoors. What are the vibes coming into the weekend?
Just come hang out. My parents live about 2.5 hours down the road. I actually grew up in Camas. My mom's from Camas, and this is a hometown race, so figure I'd come hang out. If I score a couple of points, that maybe it helps me out for SMX Cup, maybe it doesn't. I don't really care because this is the only one I'm doing, so maybe it helps me.
Has your outlook changed at all by having such a successful and consistent Supercross season that you had?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just pumped that I get to do this. I'm pumped that I have the opportunity to come race and have a good team behind me and show up on the weekends, have a good bike. It's just fun, man. It's I love it. I guess I don't know, for outdoors, my expectations, I don't know. I feel okay, but I've ridden really 2 days of actual, hey, I'm going to go race. I should train for a couple of days. And spent about 50 hours in equipment this week pushing dirt, so we'll see.
What have you been up to in your time off? I know you had the Hill Jam coming up and everything, but where's your time been dedicated to?
I haven't had any time off. I got done with Supercross, went and got Yamahas and started training for World Supercross, and then I did a French Championship round and drove from North Carolina to Oregon to get everything together. Big Hill Jam's it's a little bit of an overtaking because we only do it once a year, and the winters are pretty harsh up here. We live on a big hill, everything erodes, so I have to pretty much rebuild everything every year. So.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate it. Good luck this weekend. What's it going to take to win this two-stroke money that's on the line this weekend?
It's hard to do on a two-stroke, but you got to get a good start. So pretty much getting out in front of the two-stroke guys and holding the line and, searching for lines because the four-strokes on a national track, I mean, they're going to have those lines so beat in. So searching for two-stroke lines around that thing and just getting a good flow to the point where you can do 2 30-plus twos, that's going to be the ticket.
You've had, I would say, maybe somewhat of a unique career, and I don't think a lot of people really know what goes on in your daily life, daily routine. So kind of walk us through what it is that you do, what you specialize in, and just the joy that dirt bikes bring you.
Yeah, I mean, we're just doing a little bit of everything, whether it's vintage, anything from a Z50 to a 450, just all around motorcycle riding in general. We're doing that. We're showing it. We're just having a blast with everybody out there and doing all sorts of different events. And it's definitely been cool. It's been a change up since the last few years, but couldn't be having more fun than I am right now. And everybody's stoked on it.
With the addition of Red Bull bringing in, how's that changed your outlook on either riding, racing, just having fun on the bike, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely ramped up these last few months since I've been on with Red Bull, and just the opportunities that have opened up. It's been amazing, and I can't wait to show everybody where we're taking this thing. And we're gonna ramp it up from here on out.
I know we look forward to seeing it. Being at Washougal, what's it like racing in front of such a passionate crowd?
Yeah, especially on a two-stroke too. The crowd goes crazy. The last 2 years that I've done it on the two-stroke, all the way around the track, I can hardly hear the bike because people are so into the two-stroke, and then also having it be a hometown race. It's just a great combo. So it's gonna be good to have more guys on two-strokes out there because I think the crowd's gonna really be into it.
Levi Kitchen, making your debut here at Washougal. You were hurt last year. What goes into that?
A lot goes into it. I mean, the last, 20 years of my life or 19 years of my life goes into it. So, I'm really looking forward to it. Just looking to put on for the hometown and have a lot of fun this weekend.
How does that affect how you ride, knowing that you have a literal hometown rallying behind you and cheering you on throughout the race?
Yeah, I think it'll be good as long as they get loud around the track. I don't know. I hope they're screaming, and the best part is just seeing some familiar faces that, they're still around here, and hopefully I can get some tech tips from a few of the guys that I know around here and come out swinging.
What about any cheater lines? We got any cheater lines that we're maybe going to try to pull out this weekend?
Yeah, I definitely got some lines out there, but don't tell the AMA that.
Secret safe with us. You seem to be gaining some momentum, even now going into this hometown race. How are you gelling with the bike as we continue down the season?
It's good. It's been up and down, but when things are on and I'm clicking, I feel like I definitely have the speed to win. So, hopefully it just all clicks here, and I think there's a good chance it will.
Chase Sexton here. We're coming in, going for a three-peat here at Washougal on the 450. What's it going to take?
2 good starts for me. This track is a little bit, not one line, but it tends to be hard to pass here. I don't know if it's the trees or the track just being overall one line, but it is hard to pass. So good starts and just kind of picking your way around the track. It could be slippery, and you got to have good throttle control and also pick some good lines. It gets pretty slick later in the day, so overall just picking good line, staying out of the carnage, and yeah, getting off to two good starts.
Do you like this track compared to, say, some of the others that are on the circuit?
I do like this track. I've liked it ever since I started coming here. On the 250, I was never that great here, but then got to the 450 and I liked it. So I've always liked it, but I tended to do better on the 450. So I don't know, something about the trees and the creek driving in, it just has good vibes, and feels like I'm at a campground. So it's kind of cool, and yeah, I like the track. I like the dirt. The dirt is very hard packed, but I grew up riding a lot of that kind of stuff back in Illinois, so I think it just kind of is natural to me, so looking forward to a good day.
You had talked about last week working on your starts, and now coming here being such a crucial part. Do we feel like we have them dialed and are comfortable coming in?
Yeah, I think the starts, I've been getting good starts recently. I mean, I've had 2 hole shots in the last 2 races, which is, I think that's pretty good. Last year I had pretty good starts all season, but I feel like this year is even more improved, and the greats, I think, helped me a lot as well. It's just more similar to Supercross, obviously. They're pretty much the same. So I think just having that kind of similarity between the two helps me. But also here, it's a key to get out front. And I worked on the starts this week just like normal, and they were good. So hopefully we can relay that tomorrow.
Appreciate it.